All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, let's see what these Patriots can do here. If you don't have the rules, my man, I got them. You know, every league is different. I'll just take a quick look at them before we start.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive.
Call it timeout, didn't they?
Yeah. It'll be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson, 30 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Kyle Van Noy, the Pats' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Got it.
And
Kick
it's
it off.
incomplete.
Come on, baby.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted.
That's me, baby.
By Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, Brady got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
198, watch 98.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, Ozzy. Ozzy. Hey, orbit. Watch 98. 98's the mic. 198.
From midfield, here's Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Check it.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Brady, that's complete to White. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let them know, let them know. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete.
There too.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. But hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker. And if they did, that'll be a first down. So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up tomorrow night, it's the 1 weekend of the year where we get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game. Then Broncos and Raiders, Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and also the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game at 10:30 Eastern.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger.
Mine.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jason McCourty.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
98 come on. Shit. Check. Rip. Check it, Reno.
They'll try and run it in with White. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White taking it in. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep.
Oh, shit. Good run. Oh, you were on fire. Oh, snap. You were on fire. You got that X Factor triggered. Okay, all right, Gil. I see you, Gil.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Roethlisberger will throw.
Come on, Gilmore.
And that'll wind up incomplete.
I appreciate that spot.
Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks throw a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Go for it, fellas. Go for it.
Now Brady on the bootleg. He'll let this go for the end zone. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots.
Oh, that boy Brady.
Philip Dorsett, 51 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Oh, terrific. What's that out there?
A gap there in the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
I'm out there playing like Thanos.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep.
I thought he was going to break that tackle.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal. We just
way to knock that down, Gilmore. Way to knock that down, baby.
But it's going to wind up incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Kick, bro.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Now Ben, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. First down, here's White. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Goal 50. 72.
From the gun, Brady. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
We ain't catching that. We ain't catching that, bro.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Patriots continue to roll. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. On 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. To throw here, Roethlisberger.
Thus far, it hasn't been.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Down. Strong safety playing.
Former
Little
defensive back.
linebacker, right?
You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Quarter. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, Haywood. 22, back 22.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Small. 53, check 53. Black is on.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds
They wouldn't let me pick it off. They wouldn't let me pick it off.
And he's in.
You got away with one right there, brother. You got away with one right there. Because that was a corner. I know they say linebackers won't always jump, but that was a corner.
The Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Wow.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half.
Bro.
About that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now the extra point. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Hey.
Here's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Shadow. Bud. What we got? Hey, Mike 50. Hey, 66.
Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Be patient. Don't try to jump the snap this time. I'm going to draw your sides real quick.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys have brought back at the closing stages of the first half. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Take what I give you. Get your field goal. Game is over.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. So we have come upon halftime in the Sunday night opener from Foxborough. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
We got this.
Come on, man. Let me get this pick. You can't run. You can barely pass. Let me get this pick, bro. You're going to get touchdowns because I'm putting you in field goal range.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Get it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Set. Block 80. 43. Check. 40. Here we go.
Now Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
I got to stop playing with that, man.
Across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
All you can do.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, alert.
Ben to throw again. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jalen Samuels, 39 yards.
Don't
and
ever
the
play this.
Steelers are able to close
You'll
the
never,
gap
you'll
just
never
a
get out of the
bit.
playoffs in the AFC against me.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Pick my ball off, bro, because I'm about to kick your ass. I'm about to put my 7.5 foot up your ass.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I'm carrying you, bro. You ain't earned jack.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16.
Man, you ain't
broke
earned
that for
jack.
more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
No stops right now.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Wait a minute, you should go ahead and change it. I'm about to dot you up. Okay, you don't want to change it? Okay.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Brady now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He was looking for Edelman there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd down now, it's White. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time.
That's the wrong person. That's the wrong button.
Former first-rounder Artie Burns.
Damn slant route.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
180. Down to lose one.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Maybe you want to run. You run out of time, bro. You go ahead and pick a play. Tick-tock.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
44. Back 22, back 22. Watch the pass. Hey, dude.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Steps away to his left. Now we'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
You get this ball back. About to go 3 and out. Last play.
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Come on, empty wide. You get your best bet. Come on.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check. Back 22, back 22.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
You actually earned 14. You did not. I gave you that. Let's go. Let's go, fellas.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Drop it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Roethlisberger, and that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Say Madden 19, son.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Check three.
They start the drive with White, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield Serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. The backup Stidham, his first throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down.
Come on, man.
Flat on his back. Ryan Shazier able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Hey, high 7. 198. 80 weapon. It's our field. Let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Trump under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Hey, bro, you ran that play.
No, not at all. I
I
did
know I
have a coach
called no
explain to
huddle.
me years ago that for
But
some teams,
you ran that
that's how they
same
have to
play
deal
3
with pass
times in a row,
protection
bro, and I
line
only called no
blocking.
huddle once.
But to
Come
me,
on,
it's
man.
just
Read the
so-
rules,
Yeah,
bro.
well, there, silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do me like that, because then I'm going to really stomp them
The
up.
punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Gonna have a good game. You ain't got to
Switzer on the
play cheese
return.
ball, bro.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the
Same
Steelers
plays
are
on
going on
offense. I ain't
offense
even
here,
like
first
y'all
and 10.
Mission to watching now. You run the same plays on offense, bro. More than 2 times in a row. By any means necessary, right? I get it, bro. I get it. You're struggling. Right?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Roethlisberger will throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Connor.
They ain't gonna let me get that one right
28
there.
yards the gain there on the catch and run. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamie Collins.
Oh, that's just been rolling out. You doing, bro?
As he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hogs and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Wait, that. Wait, 98's the mic.
Yo. Yo, check it back or check it back.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Touchdown, New England. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Patriots add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
He's rolling out, she's going, bro. I'm blocking that. Damn. Stay in the pocket, homie. Stay in the pocket.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Jamie Collins, his 2nd sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 13. Check 13. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, I'm coming. I'm coming. Alert. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Let's go. Let's go. Check motion. 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 Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's alert.
Now Brady. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Get out there.
You got it. You got it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check, check. Fresno. 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 Alpha. Hey, Alabama. Alabama.
Brady now to throw. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle.
Brady got
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And will be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick.
Come on, Brady.
As his guys will get the football back. Edelman was
Edelman
the intended
just stopped.
target.
He ain't
Now
trying
they
to
get a
run
fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though.
Damn,
Who's happy
Edelman.
about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there. That one is going to blow up in their faces. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Like 5. March 43. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
On 2nd down. It's Connor. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. White 80. Here we go, here we go. Man left, man left. Hey, hey, hey. Black, what's that?
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack.
We've been around this league for a while.
Madden 19, bro. You ain't got all day to throw that ball.
Almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Dorsett. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
72. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 198, watch 98.
Oh, man.
Let's go, 72.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
198, watch 98. Hey, wahoo.
Brady going to look to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there, 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Games are entirely too long, man.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The
decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Like 80. Jack 16. I'm here all day. Black and burn.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jamie Collins bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go. You tighten up.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
Again.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.